Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and happy Wednesday. And you got a video from me yesterday, but not on Monday. And last night I watched Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I did not record a video yesterday just because, it's been a weird last couple days, and I was like, I just was not feeling all that great. So I was like, I'm not going to record one last night, but I'm back tonight and I'm going to talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. First of all, I hope everybody had a great day. If not a great day, then at least a good day. I have one tree that's doing fine, that's doing okay. And the other one, like this is the one that decided to not go out and party all night, or maybe was a designated driver and had water or Diet Coke. And this is the one that was like, no, we're gonna go out and party. So there we go. Also, listen, I wanted to show off this. This is a new sweatshirt that I got. Okay, look, it says, trash takes itself out every single time. Taylor Swift, 2023. I ordered this from TikTok. I cannot remember what the name, I think it was from a store called Stadium Shop, maybe. Not quite sure. But this was a quote in Taylor Allison Swift's article for being named Times Person of the Year. And this is in reference to her feud with Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. I am wearing it for another reason. I saw this and I thought, well, this quote fits perfectly into some drama that I had this past year. So trash takes itself out every single time, as it does. So this is not Christmas themed. However, I did get this for myself as a Christmas present. Merry Christmas to me. Okay, so let's get into this week's Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. They were in Bermuda. It was day 3 in Bermuda. And I am surprised and kind of shocked that next week is going to be the finale for this season. I feel like this went by very quickly. I feel like this was an amazing season compared to what we had last year. So let's get into Bermuda day 3. So started off with Heather asking Monica if she wanted to go for a walk. So they went for a walk on the beach. Heather said, hey, listen, I apologize for how I came at you and yelled at you at dinner. Monica was like, yeah, I was really surprised at how you were yelling at me. And Heather had said, well, listen, I was kind of triggered by you asking about my daughter's sex life. So that's where I was coming from, which, I mean, I can kind of understand that. Monica had said off camera, like, well, I guess now I know what not to talk about. She said to her, listen, I apologize. I'm sorry. They seemed to have squashed their beef. Talk then came around to the Greek mafia rumor about Angie. And Heather had asked, do you think Meredith sent those DMs? Do you think she created a fake account? Monica had said, I'm not sure. I don't know. She said, I don't think anybody could do it. She jokingly said, I would do it. And then she started laughing. So I don't know. She jokingly said that. Next up was Angie and Whitney. They were playing tennis, and talk went to, once again, Meredith. And Angie said she's kind of blown away that Meredith is once again spreading more rumors about her family. Whitney was confused and flabbergasted by Meredith's how Meredith acted after that dinner. Because remember, at the dinner, everybody was coming at Meredith and screaming at her, and she kept her composure. And even afterwards, she was cool as a cucumber. They were doing like a little birthday celebration for Monica, she was there with everybody. She was lighting the candles, and she seemed to be fine. So she was cool as a cucumber. And Whitney thought that she just wasn't taking any kind of accountability whatsoever. Which, if Meredith is saying, I didn't send those DMs. If she didn't send them, then why would she be like saying, hey, I sent them? If she's saying she did not send them. And Whitney also, another topic that Whitney was confused and kind of pissed off about is because Heather is basically saying she's not going to talk about her sex life, but she can talk about others' sex lives. And she kind of thinks she's being hypocritical. Angie put it towards maybe she still is being deprogrammed for all of the, like, I don't want to say laws, but all the rules that being a Mormon had put into her. Maybe now she's feeling kind of like, I don't know. Maybe she's like Angie said, maybe she's just slowly being deprogrammed, and she's still feeling a little bit of guilt, which is kind of crazy because now all of a sudden she doesn't want to talk about it now that she writes this book. But before, she was fine with it. I just don't get it. It doesn't seem to make any sense to me. But this is kind of like a precursor for the end of this episode, which at the end of the episode we'll talk about. I feel like it's a reach by Whitney at the end. So for this day, Lisa says she's renting a yacht. It's actually, they get to it, and it's not really a yacht so much as it's a catamaran. It was a nice day out on the ocean. Meredith and Heather talk. And Meredith is like, listen, everybody thinks that you are the one who's creating this fake account. You got yourself in some real shit. I don't understand your lack of concern. Meredith had said, once again, cool as a cucumber, had said she had denied sending any of the DMs. She didn't create any fake accounts. And that if you want to know who planted the story and who started the story about Angie being in the Greek mafia, then look at Monica. She is saying that on the way back on the flight back from Palm Springs, she sat next to Monica. She said that Monica had brought up these rumors to her about Angie and the Greek mafia. And you remember Monica had said that her and Meredith had a lunch, and they were out on Main Street, and that Monica was the one who was like, it's apparently the Main Street was built by Greek mafia, and that she had heard that Angie and her husband are part of the Greek mafia. But Meredith is saying that in fact they did have the lunch, but that Monica was the one who put it out there that, hey, maybe Angie and her husband are in the Greek mafia. And then Meredith had said that she got DMs about Angie and Sean's business, with the tax liens and the bankruptcy. And she was like, wait a minute, all of this information that I'm getting DMs about, this is tied like directly to the stories that Monica was telling me. That's where she had heard the information from. And Meredith said that she then called Monica because the DMs she received referenced everything that Monica had told her. So that's why she said she had called her. And we don't know exactly. Now you're like, well, who did it then? Was it Meredith? Was it Monica? Because Meredith had done stuff like this in the past, had circulated rumors in the past. But Monica is an unknown. Like, could I see her possibly doing this? I mean, I could. Could I see Meredith? I don't know. I mean, Meredith has a history of doing stuff like this. So Meredith sits down, talks to Monica because Heather was like, listen, you gotta get on this, and you gotta talk to Monica. She's like, Meredith's like, I gotta talk to Monica, and I gotta talk to her soon. So Meredith talks to Monica. Meredith is saying, listen, I didn't send the DMs, and I didn't tell you this rumor. And then they started talking about how Monica says, but we both Googled the Greek mafia, and we were both saying that she's in the Greek mafia, and Meredith was trying to keep this civil, to just keep it like a normal speaking level, because they're here, and then the other ladies are like right here. And Monica, listen, I love that Monica brings the drama, but Monica can go from 0 to 1,000,000 in about a half a second. So Meredith is trying to keep it quiet, keep it civil, and Monica just starts yelling about it. Well, that perks everybody's ears up. Angie, Lisa, and then Lisa Barlow just starts screaming at Meredith about how you're lying, and you've done this before and nobody believes you. You did this to Mary, you did this to me, you did this to Whitney, you did this to everybody. You're lying. You're gonna lose friends. No one is gonna want to be friends with you. And she's like, Meredith's like, I have plenty of friends. She's like, you're not gonna have many friends when they find out that you are lying and you're lying about this. And during this whole thing, Heather says to Lisa, does Monica just get a pass in all of this? Because she said the same things. And Lisa was like, I'm willing to overlook that because Monica was truthful about it, and she was truthful about it. So much for the friendship between like Monica and Heather. I feel like, honestly, if these two didn't have the problems with this lawsuit, I feel like they could be good friends. I mean, I feel like they could be friends. They could be fun. Also piling in there was Whitney. Whitney was like, none of this makes sense, but I believe that Meredith, you are doing this because you did this to me last year. And everybody's piling up on Meredith, and Meredith is like, you're pissing me off. I didn't do any of this, and this is ridiculous. And then that was the only time that you heard Meredith like losing her shit, and she was just like, you're pissing me off. I didn't do this, and I'm out of here. And she went inside. Everybody then was like, Lisa was like, well, we can't just keep yelling. We're on a boat. Let's have fun. Whitney takes her hair out. And then for some reason, I have no idea why Angie had to put the hair on her skirt and start like lip dancing. Don't put on somebody else's hair. That hair might have been expensive. I don't know. And listen, I never thought that I would ever be seeing this, but Meredith and Angie K, they sit down. They were talking without yelling. And Angie was just saying to her, hey, listen, if you knew that this was fake, this was a fraudulent DM, why would you even entertain her about that? I can't remember what she even said, but Meredith did say to Angie, she had said, basically, she didn't say you're annoying. She didn't come right out and say you're annoying, but she doesn't like the way that she has this erratic behavior towards her, and who would want to hang around with somebody like that? Meredith says, listen, I'm not out to get you, Angie said, I appreciate that. That's all I wanted to hear you say. Angie is going to try and move forward. She said she'll, if it happens again, then shame on her. But she's going to try and move. She's going to try and move forward with her. So they all get on the van. Here's the thing. Lisa was just screaming at Meredith. So Lisa and Meredith are sitting together in the back of the van. They're having a talk. They're getting their kiki on, and they're talking. Turns out Brooks had called Meredith while she was on the Brooks. Congratulations, Brooks Marks. He was signed with Ford Models. So congratulations. And they were talking. They were sitting there talking. Monica saw this. Monica's getting upset. Monica's confused, which kind of understand that. They get back to the house, and Whitney and Monica are talking. And Monica is very confused by the fact that Lisa was just screaming at Meredith, and now she is, cozying up to her. And she had basically said she thinks what it is that Meredith knows that Monica won't do what she wants her to do anymore, or do her business. So now Meredith has to go to Lisa just kind of for like damage control. It would make sense. And listen, nobody does damage control like Meredith Marks. If you were planning to get under her skin in this episode, they really did not do it that much. And she, if you're looking for damage control and you want to hire a housewife, hire Meredith Marks. She is an icon in that sense. So they go to dinner. It comes out, listen, they were talking about how many selfies they take. Lisa Barlow took 28,802 selfies. As she said, that's why I need 2 terabytes of storage on my phone. I think Whitney said she took like 7,000 some. And Monica confronts Meredith at the table about her talking to Lisa Barlow, because Monica says, you're not talking to me and you're mad at me. But here you are, you just got screamed at by Lisa Barlow, and now you're cozying up chummy in the back of the van. What's the deal with this? And see, the thing is, I thought when she was going to say something to Meredith, I thought she was going to say something to Meredith about what she had said in reference to the Greek mafia, where she had pretty much said, no, this wasn't coming from me. All of this was coming from Monica. I really thought she was going to say that. So when she said, what's up with you getting all chummy with Lisa, it kind of, to me, came off as, I can understand where she would be coming from, because it was odd. It was odd that Lisa was just calling her a liar and literally screaming at her. And now they're chummy. That I found that odd. And I can understand why she would be confused. I really, like I said, I thought she was going to confront her and be like, why did you say these things about me, that I'm the one who put these rumors out there? That's what I thought. And Meredith says, oh, am I not allowed to be friends with Lisa? And she had said, well, yeah, but you won't look at me, you won't talk to me or anything like that. That's why I was like, is she jealous? But Lisa said that her and Meredith have kind of like a sister relationship where you'll say shit and then you'll just, forget it. I find that kind of hard to believe that the two of them could really be friends, especially Meredith with Lisa Barlow. Lisa's hot mic moment about Meredith, it was bad. Like, if you remember, she called her a whore. She said she slept with half of New York. She said she effing hates her. She ripped on Seth. I find it hard to believe that they could really be friends again. That's just it. After that hot mic moment, if somebody had said that about me, oh, hell no. No. I was gonna add more, but no, that wouldn't be me. And Lisa, or Meredith says, listen, I'm still mad at Lisa, but we're just kind of setting it aside right now. So Whitney is like, listen, since last night was so shitty for Monica's birthday, how about if we go to a bar? They go to this bar called Swizzles. It's the oldest bar in Bermuda. They go there. They're having a good time. Until I'm surprised that Whitney didn't pull something in her shoulder with this reach, because Whitney brings up, well, the topic of conversation was already Heather's book, which, in case you didn't know, Heather will tell you several times that she is a New York Times best-selling author. She's a best-selling author. Many times. Have I read it yet? No, but listen, and this is kind of off the point, but I was thinking next year of possibly having a Real Housewives book club, not a separate channel, but just here on this channel, our Real Housewives book club, because usually if you're a housewife, then you get a book deal. So I think that's probably definitely going to be in the works next year. It's going to be on this channel. It's not going to be anything separate, a separate channel, because listen, I'm not Peterman. I can't do 7 channels. Sometimes I can just barely do one. Okay, getting back to the show. So they were already talking about the book, and Whitney had said, speaking of the book, I read the book, and I don't appreciate the fact that you are using my sex life to sell books. And what she's talking about is, in the book, Heather talks about, I guess, how when she first met Whitney, what that experience was like, how she first met Whitney. She first met Whitney because at the time Heather was a boudoir photographer. And so Whitney had come in to have some boudoir pictures taken for Justin. And Heather, I guess, was using that. She had said that she used it as an anecdote to how they had met. Whitney really seems to think that, or Whitney had said that Heather is a hypocrite because she will not talk about her sex life, but she can talk about others, mainly hers. She feels like Heather is exploiting her vagina. Yeah, she did say that, is exploiting her vagina in the book to sell books. Listen, the reason why I'm saying this is a reach is because nobody is buying that book to read that part. I guarantee you, nobody. I mean, I don't want to put money on it, but I really don't think anybody, there's one person out there who's like, oh my God, I gotta buy this book so that I can find out about what happened at this boudoir photography session with Whitney Rose. I doubt it. That's why I'm saying it was a reach. So tempers are flaring, people were screaming, Angie K almost gets knocked down in the bar, and they take it outside. I really was not expecting Heather to get this heated, because they're outside screaming. Heather is walking one way. Whitney's still at the bar. Heather's yelling for producers to take off her mic pack. She wants to be left alone. And the producer's like, we cannot leave you alone. I'm going to sit right here. We're not taking shit off. So she really freaked out. I don't know what was up with that she was like this freaked out by it. So I don't know. But once again, I thought it was a reach. I was really wondering how Whitney did not strain something in her shoulder for making that reach, because that was a reach. So next week is the finale. I cannot believe it. Seems like this season just went faster. So next week is the finale, and next week it's day 4 in Bermuda. And this is when we find out what the phone call's about. The phone call I had heard in a snippet of an interview with Heather, that the phone call is not about this lawsuit that Monica had filed. So we're in my mind, I'm thinking, is this person that Heather's yelling about, is this Monica or is this Meredith? Because Heather says that we got all the receipts, you are a bully, so who is it about? Is it about Meredith? Is it about Monica? Nobody, from what I understand, the only person that is friends with or that Monica can align with now is Mary. Nobody is talking to her from the cast. Heather has come out and pulled a Teresa Giudice and said that she will not film with Monica. And from what I understand, the entire cast iced Monica out at BravoCon. So it's kind of leading me to think that it might be Monica. I don't know. If I will say for anybody who is saying that Monica should not get the first seat at the reunion, no, she deserves that first seat. She brought the drama and she helped bring back this franchise, this city. She really did. So next week is the finale. So if you watched, in the comments, let me know what you thought. I thought this episode was a solid 9, if not a 9.5. This was a very good episode. I would give it a 9. Yeah, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. So with that being said, I'm going to head off. I'm going to be watching Beverly Hills, making my notes. I don't know what else is going to go on for the week. I am going to have a recap for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't know if that is going to be tomorrow or if it's going to be for Friday. Tomorrow night, unfortunately, me and my mom have a funeral to go to. Not a funeral, but a visitation for 2 of our neighbors. A sad, very, very, very sad situation. So I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. If it is not tomorrow, then it will be on Friday. So with that being said, if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You are loved, seen, and heard. Both of these love you. You are loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, positivity, and understanding out there. Please take care of one another. Bless you. Please take care of one another. Dolly sneezed. And if you go anywhere, please, number 1, be aware of your surroundings. Number 2, please be safe. I love you guys, and I will see you either tomorrow or Friday. Okay, I love you guys, and I will see you when I see you. Bye, guys.